Good morning. Today we're going to do incentive lesson number 2. Yes, and you can see I'm standing because we're going to be a little bit more active in this lesson. We're going to discuss the steps of selling incentive travel. There are 3 steps of incentive travel. It is prospecting, preparation, meet the client. An easy way to remember them, they're only 3, but an easier way to remember them is prospecting, preparation, meet the client, prospecting, preparation, meet the client. Isn't it easier? I'm going to do it once more. Prospecting, preparation, meet the client, prospecting, preparation, meet the client. In the exams, they ask you, name the steps. Then it is very, very easy. It is prospecting, preparation, meet the client. Now, what are you doing with preparation? Or actually first, prospecting. They can ask you an exam, name and explain. Or they can ask you a question like, explain the prospecting phase of the incentive travel. Then you must be able to do it. There is 2 important steps underneath prospecting. It is to identify your prospective clients and introduce your company. If you know that, then it is easy. And people to identify your prospective clients. Also go and look at business travel on page 16. There you will get a lot of other ways how to find your prospective clients. It is through family and friends, your current clients, the Chamber of Commerce, Yellow Pages, Internet. Now, introduce your company. Try to get an appointment. Be persistent. Get straight to the point and ask the manager. Because remember, time is money. Ask the manager, do you want to get rid of people that's always absent? Do you want to improve your absenteeism rate? Or do you want to owe more money for your company? Obviously, they're going to say, I want to owe more money for my company. That is the prospecting phase. And also, if you study it with 5 marks, that you can answer at least 5, give them input of 5 marks at each section. Preparation. Here you're going to make sure what is the structure of the company, what is the product lines of the company, what is the nature and size of the company's sales force. When last did they make use of incentive travel, if they did make use of it, and what is the methods of distribution. And also a good idea is know and what your client are doing and what his needs are, even before you go and meet him at your appointment. Now, meeting the client. People, you've got one and only chance to go and make an impression. If you make the impression, then they will call you back to make the presentation to the whole staff. But now, tell him, listen, there's benefits. In the first section, we read about the benefits and we know what's the benefits. And then you can say to him, the benefits is reducing absenteeism, for instance. But it is not only that benefits. The following can also help you to make you doing incentive travel, because that is important. And that we will find on page 37 to page 38. It creates immediate short-term increase in sales. That can be a solution to your cash flow problems. The cost of the trip is covered by the increase of the profit. In some cases, it is tax deductible, and it also generates some kind of publicity. Please know this part of the question very, very good, because in most exams, this question appears where you need to explain the second step of selling incentive travel. Then the technical aspects. Usually in the technical aspects, they ask you name the technical aspects. Then you must be able to name them. Objectives, the quota, the winners, and the program. But if they ask you to discuss, be able to discuss them. Objectives the words that we're actually using for in the exams. Objectives, it must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be achievable, it must be relevant, it must be time-based. Always make sure you cover those ones. The quota. If you do something like that, the company will say, okay, we are travel agent, we are tour operator, we want the staff to sell at least 10 overseas trips. Everything, then if they already sell 10 trips, then they already start really taking part in the competition, and they can win. And obviously the company will owe more profit out of that as well. The winners, the company is responsible for the winners, because it depends on the size of the company, and the employer knows best how many people must participate. The program. The travel agent is responsible for the program, because that is going to do all the bookings that is a part of the program. Now, we're going to determine the budget in the next lesson. I'm going to start training you to start remembering on how to do the budget. Now, step 1, calculate the increase in sales. Step 2, determine the company's profit. Determine the company's profit. Step 3, calculate the incentive budget. Step 3, calculate the incentive budget. Step 4, determine the amount of winners. Determine the amount of winners. That is the company's responsibility. Let's do it again. Step 1, calculate the increase in sales. Step 2, determine the company's profit. Step 3, calculate the incentive budget. Step 4, determine the amount of winners. What is the travel agent's responsibility? Transport, 40%. Accommodation, 30%. Meals, 15%. Promotion, 10%. And others, 5%. Let's do the agency's responsibility again. First one, transport, 40%. Accommodation, 30%. Meals, 15%. Promotion, 10%. Others, 5%. What I want you to do is go and study those steps. What is the responsibility of the employer? What is the responsibility of the travel agent? In the next lesson, we're going to do the determination of the budget. And by then, you need to know the steps. Okay, thank you. Enjoy your lesson. Go well.